We're back. I'm back. And I got me some snacks. Some Doritos, salsa verde, some red 40 vines, corn nuts, ranch, Bubblicious cotton candy, a heart attack in a can, and then I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted this one, so I got this one too. And yeah, that's what I got. I got a bunch of junk. Because you know what? I'm going to enjoy just junking out until the new year. That's what we gonna do around here, boy. So I don't know, which one should I drink? Cotton candy or strawberry? I think I'm gonna do strawberry. Babe, hurry up! The man is getting dressed. You guys, there was this little cat. He's a stray cat. And he's so cute. And Rich has to feed him every time he sees him. So that's why it took us a little bit longer. He had to feed the stray cat. It was so cute. Okay, this little cat never lets me pet him. Nothing. But he knew. He recognized Rich and he was like, meow. And it was so cute. I was like,
showing him the cat.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just telling him about it.
All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this hoodie off because it's so hot in here.
It's rotating now.
Oh. Sweet, sweet.
Can you turn it though? So don't do it up there, do it at the bottom.
Like that?
Yeah, like a little bit more. Yeah, like right there. Okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate you.
No, the stray cat is at the liquor store. The little market we went to get a drink. Yeah, thank you guys for waiting because
Yes, thank you for your patience.
we want to get to everybody's like tonight.
Yeah, all right.
We don't want to do.
Did you get the timestamps on the first one or on the last
I'm gonna do that while you're reading this one.
Okay.
You got a new deck and everything. You're good to go.
Yep.
Deck swap.
Old faithful. I've had this deck since 2021. It's still faithful to me.
Okay, we're gonna start with Ash Face.
What?
Leo. Ash Face.
Face.
Okay, Leo Sun, Capricorn Moon, Aqua Rising here. Basically all opposing signs in one, meaning I'm prone to being a mental mess. Greetings from Texas. Got out of a narcissistic relationship over a year and a half ago and started dating a few people online after a time of healing, counseling, etc. Stay true to my intuition on the online guys when I thought it was nudging me and had to end a lot of false starts. Felt proud of myself for ending what didn't feel right, even when I had high attraction to some of them. Stopped online dating altogether after getting tired of it. And of course, 3 months later, I met a Cancer Sun, Sag Moon. We've been dating 5 months as of today. We met very serendipitous. Don't even. Why you gotta put that word in there? Serendipitously? Serendipitously. Add that to a word I can't say. Through a common love for motorcycles. He is 6 years younger. I'm 40, but has displayed more emotional and mental maturity than the 45, 50-year-olds I've dated. Go figure. Almost didn't give him a chance due to age and he having kids. I have none. But as of today, I'm glad I did. However, I've been feeling disconnected, numb to him spiritually, but still hold a ton of attraction to him. He's been the most gentle, kind, open, considerate man I've ever met, and I trust him. My question, why the spiritual disconnect in me? Is this me and shit I need to figure out still, or is this universe telling me that maybe we aren't a great fit? I can't seem to hear my intuition on this one.
Well, I mean, that when you are in a relationship, especially one that's growing and evolving, there will be those little weird periods sometimes. It's not going to be crazy, intense all the time, 24/7, 365. It just doesn't work that way. Now, I don't want to say too much because I don't know the soul contract, but, and you may be aware of this too, but this is more of a general thing for everybody watching, where decades and decades and decades of music, movies, TV, and media have brainwashed us into believing that when our person shows up, it's going to be this intense explosion of love and intense emotions that just last a whole lifetime. And that's just simply not the case. It just doesn't work that way. There will be times where you feel kind of disconnected from your person. There will be times where you don't want to be around them. There will be, we have our ups and downs and ins and outs, but at the end of the day, we remain loyal to each other. And we realize that, I just got to get my vibe right, But again, I don't want to say too much because I don't know the soul contract on this. Let me just see. Let me see what's happening here. Uh-oh, 5 of Wands. So conflict. If that hasn't happened yet, it's coming. Because there is a bunch of unprocessed, unresolved energy that needs to be processed through. I think it's your energy. You and this person are karmic soulmates. So again, like I've said a million times, don't let the word karma alarm you. It doesn't mean that it has to be bad. It means you all have unfinished business from a previous lifetime. It is possible to build a life partnership with a karmic soulmate. It is absolutely possible. As long as you are just paying attention to your own vibration. Don't be paying attention to him and what's going on with him, and just always focus on you. What's going on with me? How do I get my vibe right? How do I fill the void in my own heart so that I feel happy for myself, by myself, for myself? Because with the Temperance in the reverse, there's still a lot of internal mental battles that you're fighting. And I don't know if you're doing this or not, but we don't want to look to the person that we're with to be the solution to our mental battles. That's nice for them to be there to assist us with that. But at the end of the day, we are responsible for our own individual energies. So far, there's the karmic wheel again. The two of you have a karmic contract. There is absolutely potential for the two of you to build a successful, healthy life partnership. It's just your internal energy that is bubbling up to the surface and being unprocessed. And if it's unprocessed and it remains unprocessed long enough, it will start manifesting between the two of you, and it could explode in an eruption of conflict, which worst case scenario, the two of you separate and then come back in the next lifetime and try it all over again.
All right, next person is Tasha. Hi guys, thank you for this. My question, does Cushman have real feelings for Tasha, me? Does this person have real feelings for her?
Real feelings. Let's see. Pick a deck, babe.
That one.
Why'd you pick this one?
Just random.
It's one of my favorites. I like it.
Mine is the naked man one.
The one with his dick hanging?
The one with his balls hanging. That will forever be my favorite.
I wish that those cards were big enough to shuffle. They're just too big. They're too big to shuffle. And we got that in that weird little city in Utah that we stayed the night in, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Went to the Barnes & Noble or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 8 of Pentacles. All right, one more shuffle. Boom. Uh-oh. 7 of Swords. Empress. Oh, so this one's kind of complicated. 3 of Swords reverse. King of Swords, Devil card. like I always say, most of the time, there's exceptions to everything. So I can't say 100% of the time, but the vast majority of the time, if you have to ask that question, the answer is probably no. Again, my all-time favorite love and relationship quote, you all have heard me say this a million times. If they really love you, you will know. If they don't, you will be confused. Again, I'm sure that's not a blanket statement that covers 100% of situations. There's always exceptions to everything. But very generally speaking, the overwhelming majority of the time, when somebody has real feelings for you, you gonna know. You gonna know. King of Swords, Devil card, and the Seven of Swords. Probably not. I think what this person wants to do is cover up past heartbreak with sexual partners. I'd be lying to you if I said I've never done that. Every man on this planet, and shit, even a lot of women do it too. But I think men are worse when it comes to that. They think that. Let me tell you a little secret about the way the male mind works. Okay, you're probably never going to hear another man admit to this ever. But here's the way a male's mind works. If we break up, we know in our mind that you're going out there and you're fucking somebody else. So the only thing that makes us feel better is I don't want you to be the last person I fucked. So all I got to do is clap somebody else's cheeks because I already know that.
What if the girl isn't?
That's just the way our mind works. Because there's probably a 95% chance in our mind. We could be making this up in our heads. I don't know. But we are convinced that in less than a week, you're already smashing somebody else.
No,
So,
I've been with guys who think like that for real. And like, I would not be.
that's the way men think. I'm just telling you.
And they'd be like, I know you're out just fucking every guy, blah, blah, blah.
That's just what goes on in our heads.
Because guys just think like it's so easy for us girls just to get whoever we want. So they just assume we out
I'm
doing it.
giving you some insight into the way the male mind works.
Well,
So we're convinced that you've already been fucking somebody else. So I'm not the last person you fucked. So to feel better, I'm going to go out and fuck somebody else. So you're not the last person I fucked either. So as soon as I get me another piece of ass, now I feel better. That's the way the male mind works. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not justifying it. I'm just telling you the truth.
Oh, I know.
Just speaking the truth. I like to put those truths out to the public that nobody else wants to say. So
I think it's entertaining.
Again, it's a very loaded answer to this question because this person wants a happy, healthy, successful relationship, but is not willing to take the proper steps to really know how to build one. It's kind of like saying, I want to be a millionaire. Well, there's several different ways to become a millionaire, but going out and selling drugs and stealing and robbing banks is not the right way to do it. I want a happy, healthy, successful relationship, but if I'm not truly genuinely connecting with somebody at the deepest level, and I'm just kind of playing games and, seeing who I can get my hands on, who the easiest person to get my hands on is, I would have to say no. I don't think this person has real feelings. But again, as complicated as this may sound, I don't think it's coming from a bad place. I think it's coming from a very lost, confused, and heartbroken place, if that makes sense. For a mini reading, that's as much as I can cram into a mini reading, and hopefully that helped you.
Okay, we have. Do you want one? I'll read slow so you can eat that. Heather, what traits of the Scorpio? Wait, oh, that's the person's name. What are traits, intentions towards me?
Tatus.
Tates? Oh, no, honor. Tates. What are Tate's intentions towards me? He is current boyfriend of a year.
5 of Cups.
She's Aquarius. He's Scorpio.
We just talked about this. Aquarius and Scorpio. Challenging energetic combination.
Y'all, I got all the good snacks.
That would break my
I'm
filling.
pigging out on that. That's my coping mechanism.
Okay, Queen of Swords reversed. Temperance reversed.
Oh, that's not loud.
7 of Swords. Okay. Huh. So this is a very, how am I going to summarize this simply enough for a mini reading? First of all, this person has a lot. Does this person love you? Yes. Yes, this person has a lot of feelings for you and does love you. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. However, this person is also a very crippling, insecure individual who still has a lot of secrets that they keep very near and dear from the past. I think that there is a whole other side of this person that you don't know. So when it comes to this person's past, I don't think that they are 100% honest with you. So you may not have painted a full picture in your mind of who this person is. But this person does want long-term stable commitment, but at the same time still isn't 100% open and transparent, and is still sneaky and secretive at the same time. Man, the funny thing, you say you're dealing with a Scorpio? Was that what it was? They're dealing with a Scorpio?
It's your boyfriend.
Okay. One thing I've noticed about lots of Scorpios is Scorpios be keeping silly secrets. Like secrets that don't even matter. I've met so many Scorpios, and it's just like, why are you keeping that a secret? Like, nobody cares. You know? I've never really been able to figure Scorpios out and why they keep something secret that it's like, who cares, you know? Anyway, let me see. Knight of Swords reversed. This person, I don't think, is a professional communicator. But again, if you've been with somebody for a year and you don't know their intentions, that is a huge red flag. Again, secrets. 10 of Cups. So this person does want a relationship, but they want it on their terms. I can't tell what it is this person's keeping to themselves. I can't really tell what it is. But this person also feels like the connection might be coming to an end. I don't think this person wants the connection to come to an end, but they feel like it is with the Death card down here. They feel like it is coming to an end. They don't really feel like the connection is all that stable, but they're still not really completely, fully opening up and having those conversations that you all need to have in order to work through the issues and the problems, because it's to a point where if this person opens up and says too much, it's going to completely flip the whole script and change the narrative of the entire relationship, if that makes sense. So this person is just, fuck, how do I explain it? It's so loaded and complicated. I think if I try to go on any further, it's going to stretch on way too long. Hopefully that helped you. Hopefully. Can you know him?
Here. That's what that one was there for, you dork. I put 2 there for you.
Oh.
Dingleberry. Okay, next is Kristen. Oh my god, I'm on choke. Okay, Kristen. Been dating someone for a year. It's been very rocky with no trust, deception, and betrayal, and only a year, but I've given him chances. He wants us to move in together next month. Should I stay with him and try to trust and move in together in 2024?
No. No.
Oh no. I did that same thing one time and I thought I'd make it better and it made it worse. Like a million times worse.
No, you don't trust
I
somebody.
can't eat these because it's too loud. And I don't want to annoy you guys. Corn nuts on a live stream is probably a horrible idea.
Yeah, you don't trust somebody.
No. Horrible idea. Horrible idea.
That lack of trust should not be there. That's one thing that there should be is trust. That's why I married you.
Oh.
Because you've never made me question your loyalty, ever.
I'm loyal, like, Like, if I know you're loyal to me and I see that, I'm gonna match that energy. But if you're a fuckhead, then I'm gonna play games with you. But you've never like made me not trust you either, so you're gonna get the good version of me.
I didn't know it worked that way. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
tit
that's
for
cool.
tat.
You're gonna give me a tit for my tat?
No, you give me your tit and I'll give you a tat.
You'll get a tat on your tit.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Ace of coins. Okay. So I do think that it is in the soul contract for the two of you to be life partners.
Oh, look at us. We talked all that shit.
No, it's in the soul contract because I read the soul contract here.
Okay.
So the soul contract is for the two of you to be life partners. But the energy here with the Five of Cups, this is how karmic contracts start right here. So I don't think the two of you are karmic contracts now. I think you are dealing with a codependent. That's most codependent people end up cheating because codependent people are looking for that in the beginning pleasure feeling that you get when you get into a new relationship. They think that's love. That feeling distracts them from their pain, their loneliness, and their heartache. Well, that feeling is very fleeting. After a while, that feeling goes away. And then once that feeling goes away, they start thinking, okay, well, you're not meeting my needs. So I need to go find somebody who will. And that's when they run off and cheat. So you're dealing with a codependent who needs to understand that their problem is their problem and not yours. It's not your responsibility to create this person's happiness for them. It's not your responsibility to make this person feel the way that they want to feel. This one's a tough one. Ooh, I haven't seen it come through like this in a while. Most of the time, when I read the soul contract, it's not even in the soul contract. But for y'all, it is. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Hierophant. A life partnership is in the soul contract here, but that lack of trust and the betrayals and all that was not part of the soul contract at all. Man, this was a tough one. This is probably the deepest, heaviest one I've read in a long time. So, Sun card reversed. I'll tell you what, I'll meet you in the middle. Don't move in first and then try to trust him. No. Try to trust him first. Okay. I told you what I tell you. What did I tell you? This is how karmic contracts start. Because I don't think this person is fully trustworthy yet with the 7 of Cups. I do think this person is thinking about keeping their options open. That's not what's in the soul contract. You're all supposed to be life partners. You're all supposed to be life partners. If you do go ahead and move in before that trust and the loyalty is established, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, it will explode into a lot of drama and I think you'll end up in a third party situation. So get all the energy straightened out and the trust and all that first. If you don't trust him, don't move in with it.
Someone knock some sense into that man.
He's got to knock sense into himself.
But okay, I've been in that same situation before, and honestly, like if you move in, then you're like stuck. Like moving is a lot. Like it's a pain. You know that it's a pain in the ass to move, and then once you're there, you're like, yeah, that's like your home. That's like your safe space. And if you feel that you don't trust somebody, and like you're feeling unsure about in your home, like that's your home. Like that's where you want to feel like calm and safe and. Just girl to girl advice because I've been there and it was miserable.
So yeah,
but that's like that sucks too because that's her life partner. Like they're supposed to be doing this, and then but he's like being all.
Just because the universe brings you your person, that's not a guarantee. You can still fuck that up. Oh, yes, you can.
It's so sad.
And that's how karmic contracts get started.
Okay, Ashlyn. I don't know if I'm supposed to ask a question, so just in case, am I doing correct healing for myself? Am I being the right person for my person? Have I met them? How have I been self-sabotaging? Okay, which one of those do you want to read? Thank you guys so much for helping me on my spiritual journey.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of questions there.
So, pick one. Am I doing, you want to look at the,
Let me just look at the healing.
or do you want to look at their person or something?
Well, I don't know, not really, because if you have to ask whether or not you've met your person, it's probably not.
Okay.
But let me just see the healing and the energy. Let's see. Queen of Wands reversed. So healing happens in several different ways, but mainly through relationships. Healing happens through energy transmutation. Whenever you take energy that was created in the past, you use that energy to create newer, better things in the future. And then once you create those newer, better things in the future, you give the situation that hurt you the credit and the gratitude for giving you everything that you needed in order to create this newer, better thing, if that makes any sense at all. So with the Six of Cups in the reverse here, there's still a lot of healing that needs to be done. So you don't ever want to think, am I all the way healed? None of us are all the way healed. But when it comes to, you want to categorize things, okay? So for example, let's say you had a string of 3 relationships in the past 5 years that all broke your heart. You want to focus on one of those relationships at a time. Categorize it. So I'm going to focus on the first one first, or the last one first, or however you want to do it. You're healed from that when you see so clearly why it was all meant to happen, that you're thankful that it happened. That's when healing is complete. Whenever you're able to look back on something that you went through and understand why it was meant to happen and express gratitude, that's when healing is complete. Let me see what the other spread here says. But again, none of us are fully, truly healed. And the last time I checked, I could be wrong on this, but the last time I checked, I was the only spiritual public figure on the internet telling that truth, because everybody else likes to act like they're this healed being who's so special and glowing and floating on a cloud. It's bullshit. Ain't nobody fully healed. I'm not fully healed. She's not fully healed. None of us are fully 100% healed. None of us are. We all got work to do. And with that Nine of Swords energy, there's still quite a bit of work that does need to be done, but I do see that you are making a very good effort. So, are you being the right person for the person that you're with? I would say so. There's always, don't ever think that you're 100% complete. Don't ever think that it's done. But yes, you're putting forth the work. You're putting forth the energy. You're putting forth the effort. So, do I think you've met your person though? No. That did come through here. Probably not. Because the more healing you do, let me tell you this real quick before we move on. Healing, on your healing journey, you are changing frequencies. It's like turning your radio dial very, very slowly, tuning into new frequencies. The more you heal, the more vibrationally you change. Most people don't change frequencies. So most of the people you get into a relationship with, you're healing and changing frequencies. They are not. They're staying on the same frequency their whole life. So as you begin to change frequencies, the two of you are going to separate by way of universal law, because they are no longer a frequency match. You stay on your healing path. The universe will bring you that person who will change with you, grow and evolve with you. Because that's the way it has to happen. If you have two people in a relationship, one person is growing and evolving and the other one is not, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. That's not my opinion. That's a universal law. Like vibration attracts like vibration. If you're on a healing path and they are not, eventually the two of you will no longer be like vibration, because you're healing and they're not changing vibrations. Does that make sense? All right.
So how many more do you want to do? Because
Up
we
to
are
you.
at Not really, because you still have readings you have to get done tonight.
Well, let's see.
So we have 59 people right now. We're at 46.
I have to at least be done by 9, so I have 2 more hours that I can.
And I think this is about an hour and a half. Or
It's up to you when you want to end it. 9:30 at the very latest. We have to be done so I can get my personals done, and I still want to throw some stuff on my main channel. But
this is an hour's worth. So if you do 5 minutes per person, it's about an hour. So 7, 8. We could take a couple more. Maybe like 3 more. Let me find the link. Yeah, if you guys want to participate, go ahead and use that link there. Just put it in the comments. Or we're only going to take 3 more people.
yeah, there's no guarantee when we're going to do this next.
Lord.
We usually average about once every 6 months or so. Usually.
Yeah, 3 more people, and then I'm going to cut it off. So I'm going to turn it off on the website.
You put 3 in stock. Do you have a way to do that?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll do that right now. Okay, so next person is Bree. Cancer, Sun, Leo, Moon. What does 2024 have in store for my love life? Is the most recent past person Aqua Sun in my future, or that contract done, or is something else coming in that will rock my world in a good way?
Okay. Well, I can tell you one thing. You're going to have to energetically detach from the past person first before you can bring a new person in and manifest a different experience. So if you're not energetically untied from the past person, there's about a 90% chance that you are going to attract another person, and the relationship will manifest vibrationally similarly to the last one. 10 of Wands, yeah. You're going to have to detach from that past person. Energetically transmute and release that energy. Okay, Ace of Pentacles reversed. 2 of Wands reversed. 8 of Cups. There is nothing in your past that you are due to repeat. Lover's card reversed. Yeah, right now you are currently karmically tied to that past person. So hang on, let me see here. Let me see if there are any other miscellaneous soul contracts due to come in. Any other karmic contracts? Are you going to have to go through a test? Oh, there's the Cancer card. Jumped right out and fell on the floor. Chariot. Okay, so the next person due to come in is you are due for long-term stable commitment. I wouldn't say that it's your divine person, but the next person due to come in, you could choose to build a life partnership with this person if you wanted to. It's kind of a little bit complex and complicated like that, because your actual person who aligns with your highest good isn't the only person that you can build a life partnership with. It's kind of like this, okay? If you go pick a random woman out of a crowd, that woman is either your mother or she's not. One of the two. There is no in between. Now, would that woman be the only woman on the planet who could serve as a mom to you? No. There's probably many women who could play that role if they had to. Does this make sense? That may be a silly analogy, but whenever you're dealing with a person, that is either your one divine life partner picked by the universe to align with your highest good, or it's not. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the only person who can play that role. depending on shit that's so complicated I don't have time to explain all that. So the next person due to come in, there is a lot of potential to build a life partnership with this person. A whole lot of potential. But with the death card reversed, devil card, you are still karmically tied to this past person. Your number one priority right now is healing, because the primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. You attract according to the frequency in which you vibrate. So if you're still on a frequency where you are still attached to the past person, then the next person due to come in, it's supposed to manifest a different outcome. So it has to be on a new vibration. Does that make sense?
Are we on to the next?
Yep.
Nat. Firstly, thank you for my first question. And I think maybe you read for her earlier.
Okay.
I'm not really too sure. Maybe that was the first one. Okay. I gotta find it. Thank you for my first question. And on the back, that 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Death card, transition from old cycle to new. Test with King of Wands in reverse. Man, I've been tested. I've been on healing journey since 2014. I left an abusive relationship. Put my energy into my kids, law of attraction, astrology, and studying. I know tarot like the back of my hand. I went bank to uni and got my master's degree in psychology and criminology. I'm doing good. I've stayed single, hermited, dug deep, but recently met a Pisces. Crazy pull to him. But he was so hot and cold, I bounced. So my question is, if this next cycle, according to the cards, is going to be slow, yet I'm ready to be ready, what shadow work am I not doing? I know people reflect something in us, yet I'm so open and know what I want, but something is amiss.
Yeah, most of the time, again, there's exceptions to everything, but most of the time, people connect with their actual person when they completely throw their hands in the air, give up on it, and quit looking for it. I don't have time to explain all the energetic mechanics and quantum physics behind how that works. I wish I did. I just don't have the time for that here. But the overwhelming majority of the time, most people that I know who are with their person right now weren't looking for a relationship when they met. They weren't thinking about it. Some people had completely given up on it altogether, had decided to just focus on themselves. That's the way that it always happens. So it's not uncommon at all to go through a period where you're turning all kinds of shit down. So, Ace of Swords. Not only that, but 2024 is going to be a massively transformational year for everybody. Ready or not. Ready for it or not. This is one of those things where a lot of times you are put into cycles as you're prepared for it. 2024 is going to be a ready or not. So is it going to be a slow cycle with the death card here? Yeah, it's probably going to be a slow transitionary cycle. But the nexus point that we're going to collectively is going to be quick, if that makes any sense. There's some things that are going to move very, very quickly. Other things that are going to seem like they're moving very, very slowly. So, yeah, if that helps. Did I cover everything? What was the actual question?
Honestly, I'm not listening to you at all, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, what was the actual question?
What shadow work is she not doing?
It's not a matter of shadow work that you're not doing. It has to do with actually radiating that true love from the inside out. And it's weird and it's kind of twisted and convoluted the way that manifests itself in actual life. But one of the most common ways that energy manifests itself in real life is that there's certain things you won't put up with anymore. And you put your foot down and you set boundaries and you stand by those boundaries. And yeah, there's just certain things you won't put up with.
I think she's here and says Is it? I don't know. Is that who we're reading for right now? Natalie, are you in the? Is that you?
Probably.
Leah is the Pisces, the person that Rich seen. Oh, was it the Pisces that you're reading for? That she just talked about?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
No, I don't. But it could be one. Again, some people go through several tests before their person shows up. But with the 9 of Cups in the reverse here, this is so hard. I've been trying to figure out how to explain this for 5 years now. I'm not saying go be alone. I'm not saying relationships are not important. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be looking forward to your life partner one day. What I'm saying is humans have been programmed to believe that a relationship is the solution to their loneliness. So they're on a vibration of lack and need. And when you're on the vibration of lack and need, you keep manifesting more things that harmoniously resonate with lack and need. So you are doing the shadow work. You are. So filling the void full of light, filling the void in your own heart from the inside out is what you're working on right now. And it's kind of confusing the way this manifests, because the more you start filling your own void from the inside out, the more sensitive your bullshit-o-meter becomes. And as you start walking in that emotional integrity and you're responsible for your own happiness, you won't just let anybody waltz up into your life. So that's what, when you're walking in this energy, if you notice, this dude has his back turned to all these cups that are available to him, but he's not interested because he knows that's not what he needs to create his happiness for him. So you're doing the shadow work. You are. It's just how strong is your emotional independence and your emotional integrity? Because if the universe brings you somebody you shouldn't be fucking with, the more you're standing in your emotional integrity, if it feels fucked up, you'll back away from it, if that makes sense. And then most people end up attracting their actual person when they least expect it. So you're doing the shadow work. It's just a slow, gradual, transitionary process. You never level up immediately. Nobody does. Before you level up, you always go through a challenging period before you reach the next level. If that makes sense. I hope that answered your question. But no, I don't think it was the Pisces. It'll probably be another one, more than likely. Or maybe 2 more. It just depends.
Okay, we gotta make better time. All right, next one is Tamra. Hey, Rich, my name is Tamra. I'm a Gemini, Venus, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Sag rising. I was curious if my on and off again ex-boyfriend was going to try and get me back. We have been on again, off again for 4 years, and finally left him for good. And we're coming up on 4 months that we've been split. I really enjoy your videos and advice. Thank you.
Okay, Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's a strong possibility, because now he's comfortable with being able to come and go. That's what happens a lot of times when you're in an on and off relationship. At least one person will get comfortable just treating you however they want, because in their mind, you'll come back. You always do. So that's another reason why a lot of people are not incentivized to change. Tower card reversed. Very strong possibility. Judgment reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. This is a karmic soulmate. You probably knew that. So very, very strong possibility. I would give it about an 80% chance. About an 80% chance. There's a small chance that he might not. But Tower reversed, Wheel of Fortune reversed, there is an 80% chance that there will be an opportunity for you to take another ride around that merry-go-round.
Yikes.
Those on and off relationships, somebody has to put a stop to it. And that's usually not a fun process. Temperance. Three of Wands reversed. Hierophant reversed. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely planning. Definitely planning for the next time that the two of you get back together. So he's got it all planned out. He's waiting on it. Three of Wands. Right now, he's waiting on you to come back. This is what he's waiting on. He's convinced that you're coming back. It's hard to say what decision he's going to make the longer, you wait. but I'd give it about an 80% chance that more than likely, yes. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't.
Okay. Domini. We have been off and on for 30 years. That one has to take the prize. I think that's the longest one that we've heard. No matter how hard we try, we always come back. Will Scott and I ever figure it out?
I think if you were going to figure it out, it wouldn't have taken 30 years.
That sounds so karmic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys, 30 years. They love each other. That's love.
Hierophant. Okay. So here's the tricky part. There's a massive lesson that needs to be learned here. Once you learn the lesson, you will have no interest in working this out. Once you learn the lesson. So I don't think so. Because this is one of those types of things that it's not a matter of the two of you working things out. This is a matter of you learning a very important spiritual lesson. And if you don't learn the spiritual lesson, you'll be on and off for the next 30 years, and it'll roll over into the next lifetime. If you actually learn the lesson this is meant to teach you and you start applying it, you will completely shift timelines. Completely. And once you learn that lesson, you will completely lose interest in ever wanting to figure this out because you'll be looking back on it from a completely different perspective. It'll turn you into a person that you don't even recognize if you learn this lesson. So probably not, because it's one of those things that's kind of set up to teach you a lesson. I don't think you all are meant to be life partners. Yeah, devil card. 8 of Cups again. No. Okay, same message came through again. Same message. So, no, not really. Because in order for the two of you to actually work it out, it requires work on both parts. Even if both of you learned that lesson, the minute you learn the lesson, you will completely lose interest. You won't want to work it out. So I would have to give that a no. This cycle will repeat itself. Keep playing the same game, you keep winning the same prize. Okay.
Okay. Allie. I think this is your friend.
Oh, what's up, Allie?
I'm a Taurus sun, Cancer moon, Sag rising, looking for insight on moving. I have the option to move to beautiful 40 acres with a friend and my child's dad, or moving closer to hometown near friends and family. My child's dad would also move near. Or if it's best to figure out something totally new, would my property even sell so I can move forward?
Man,
Them 40 acres sound good to me.
Thinking about moving back home though. Oh, the last time I went back home, I set foot on New Albany soil, and it didn't feel good. That was when she was taking me around, and she started exploring all of the buildings inside downtown New Albany that I had never been. That was crazy, but it was not comfortable. I did not like it there at all. Anyway, let's see here.
Yeah, he was really not having a good time.
Okay, there's the 8 of Wands. That is a card of movement.
40 acres. That's what I would do, because you like a lot of like the holistic stuff too. Like me. That's my dream.
Yeah. Well, if this is kind of weird here because there's a lot of unprocessed, unresolved, unfinished business back home. So that's the reason why that doorway is open, to give you the opportunity to sort through all that. My thing is, though, you're not required to sort through unfinished business in person. As long as you're a good enough energy worker and you understand how to process through and transmute and create and play with your energy, you're not required to do that. Chariot reversed. So this is kind of like one of those things. See, as we are making our way through life, most people don't realize it, but your guides are nudging you. Your guides, your guardian angels are nudging you through your whole life path. Sometimes, though, this is where people always get stuck. You'll approach a crossroads in which there is no right path, wrong path. It doesn't matter. Your guides back away and say, okay, this one's on you. Doesn't matter. Pick a path. And that's where people get stuck because they no longer have their guides nudging them and telling them which path to take. So this is one of those things where there is no right path, wrong path. There's this path with this experience and that path with that experience. And I'm trying not to put my own bias into it because, I can't stand our hometown. I just don't like it there, man.
I love how I'm like, you're like me. I like the holistic as I sit here and eat my red licorice. Like 40 acres. And I have my red 40 and all kinds of junk. It's the holidays. I'm splurging.
Sun card.
I thought that was kind of funny.
10 of Pentacles, Judgment, Tower reverse. There's that energy back home with, any soul contracts that are. But I do think that if you did move back home, it would more than likely be temporary. Enough for you to tie up some loose ends and process through some soul connections. So it would probably be temporary there anyway. You wouldn't be there forever. I don't think you would more than likely end up settling there forever.
She says, don't really want to be there, but trying to be with my mom before that opportunity is gone. See, that's how I feel about California too. Because my family's out here, so I'm like, parents aren't getting any younger.
Again, there is no right path, wrong path. Like me, for example, back in December 2019, somebody wrote me and told me that my dad was dying of cancer. And I had the choice. Do I want to go back? Because I knew we were going back to Louisville to pick my kids up. So I thought, do I go back and see him one last time? And I decided, no, I'm not going to. And I'll tell you why. Because the last time I saw him, it was good. We smiled, we laughed, we hugged, said, I love you. There is a 50% chance that if I go to see him one more time, he's a loose cannon. He could snap off and fly off the handle, and it could end up turning into a really bad experience. So personally, I chose not to see him because I want the last time I saw my dad to be a good experience, for us to have had a good last time I saw him. So it's one of those types of things where that's totally kind of up to you. If you want to close out any chapters like that in person, or if you want to transmute through and heal on your own. There isn't a right path, wrong path here. I know that may not be very helpful, but if you really find it important to be with your mom, especially if you feel like she may not be around much longer, then yeah, you might want to go ahead and do that. But then again, yeah.
Okay. Alexis. My ex and I broke up almost 3 years ago, but have still been dealing with each other on and off. I finally let him know that I want to know where this is heading, and I can't deal with uncertainty. He said, we will talk in person this week. I want to know, where does it look like our relationship will be heading after we have this talk? His name is Alexander. He's a Cancer, and I'm an Aquarius.
Ooh.
All you Aquarians with the water signs.
Aquarius and Cancer has to take the cake. That one is
Yo, what is going on? Like, it seems like all the Aquarians are having these.
Because, like I've said, most people don't realize this. Most people don't realize this or believe this, but Aquarians are the most sensitive people in the zodiac. They just build big walls up around it.
Yes, I'm learning this.
And
I am learning this a lot.
Cancers are master emotional manipulators. They know how to sneak through an Aquarius's wall and grab them up by the soul. They're really good at that. You have to come up with an extra defense mechanism to protect you against a manipulative Cancer. So more than likely, it kind of feels like y'all are trying to work this out. But the Death card, it's probably going to go through another repeat of what you already went through. Probably. So it's going to more than likely look like, okay, well, let's work this out. Let's do this, that, the whoop, whoop, whoop. And then, okay. And then 6 of Swords reversed, Death card, 5 of Pentacles. It's just going to end up turning into a repeat cycle. Let me see what's the best advice. How long have they been together again?
3 years.
3 years of uncertainty.
At least it's not 30.
Well, I mean,
Like that.
at one point in time, that 30.
That one took the cake. I will never forget that one.
But yeah, see, that's what it happens. You saw that person who's been on and off with somebody for 30 years. Keep playing the game. It'll keep repeating the cycle. And some people, bless their hearts, some people learn lessons faster than others, Queen of Swords. Here's the advice. That's you, boo-boo. That's you. Don't let your emotions make decisions for you.
She says we were together 2 years and have been broken up for almost 3. We never officially got back together. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you slide out of this one.
Page of Swords, 3 of Swords reversed. So, yeah. See, now here's the situation it puts me in. I can tell you that this would not be a good idea to try to work this out with this person. I can tell you that. But if you just take my word for it and you don't really fully understand why, the universe will put you in this situation again until you actually learn why it shouldn't. If somebody's stringing you along and you're uncertain and you don't know where you stand with it, you're being manipulated. You're being played with. This person's playing mind games with you. And it will end up repeating in a repeat cycle, basically. So the only thing that I can say is put your foot down, stand on lay boundaries and stand on them. And don't bend, don't budge, don't flex. When he tries to poke your emotional buttons, don't do it. Lay it on the line. This is what it is. And if you're not working with me, you're working against me, and walk away from it and cut it off.
Okay, next is Daisy. Will Vladimir ever reach out? And this is an ex-partner. And that's their birthday, 8/12/92. So that would make them
Your age.
No, not my age. I'm thinking their sign.
Oh. What is it? December?
So August.
August. The beginning of August?
Yeah.
That's Leo.
Oh, okay, well, now you know. Now I know.
King of Coins reversed.
You can get organized over there.
This is how I roll.
I know how you roll.
Organized chaos. 6 of Cups reversed. So this person's holding a grudge, and they do make attempts to check up on you. So this person has not fully moved on from this, and I think you can feel that, which is the reason why you came and asked that question. But I don't think this person knows how to approach you. They don't know how to start a conversation with you. So I think this person is more than likely waiting for the right opportunity. Now, I don't know how this person is trying to keep tabs on you. I don't know if you have a social media that they can go look at, or maybe if they just try to drive by your workplace to see. I don't know. But this person does make attempts to keep tabs on you, but doesn't know how to approach you, doesn't know how to start a conversation with you. I would give it about a 50% chance with the Ace of Cups reversed and the Fool card in the upright. I should have looked at the soul contract there. I didn't even look at that. Let me just see if there's a contract and if it's complete.
Do you know how to find our video on here that we're on right now?
Yeah.
How? I can't find it. Oh.
Click on that.
Wow.
Let me look at the contract. Let me see. Let's see if the contract is complete. 7 of Wands. Devil card, 5 of Swords, Magician, Judgment. So this contract is complete. So you all successfully completed your contract. Again, I'd give it about a 50-50 chance. I think this person thinks about reaching out a lot. But if Vladimir reaches out, 7 of Swords, Devil card, don't let your guard down, because I don't think this person has the best of intentions. So be very, very careful. And if this person shows up in your inbox, proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. I would keep this person at an arm's distance for no less than a month. No less. And that's being very generous. All right.
Why is this in my area? Your organized chaos is now coming to my side.
Give me a chip.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Eat my food. You should have got your own food.
I'm in a hurry.
I might need to go to the bathroom in a second.
I was in a big hurry. I was just trying to get so we could get back here and jump on this.
Okay.
I didn't think about it.
I didn't even have dinner.
I was more concerned about feeding the kitty than feeding myself.
I know. All you care about was the cat.
Man, that little dude, he plucks my heartstrings when I go to the store.
He plucked some with a tweezer.
He plucks my heartstrings, yeah.
You have the funniest sayings. He plucks my heartstrings. Who says that? What funny?
I thought everybody said that.
Plucks? We need a quick little intermission. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
So when's the next time you want to do this?
Do you want me to read this for you really quick and then I can go?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me finish eating like a lady. Okay, this one is for the letter A. I met a guy online. His name is Dominic. I didn't think anything of it at first. Now I can't stop thinking about him. Does he feel the same way? Am I wasting my time? BRB.
All right, let's see the soul connection. I'm not looking at the contract here. I'm looking at the connection to see why you feel so strongly connected to this person. Whoops, whoop, whoop. Bunch of them fell out. Too many of them fell out. I'm putting them back in. Oh, King of Swords. I don't think he feels the same. Probably not. So why do you feel so connected to this person? 4 of Wands in the upright. Okay, so I do feel like this person is a very near and dear member of your soul family. You all have more than likely had many, many lifetimes together and played very important roles in each other's lives in previous lifetimes. So you all could have been married in a previous lifetime. You could have been brother and sister, sister and brother, parent and child. I think you all have played roles in each other's previous lifetimes, and your soul recognizes this person's, and that's why you feel so heavily, connected to this person. But with the Lover's card reversed, King of Swords in the upright, at least not right now in this current moment, I don't think this person's acknowledging the connection. Let me see if there's potential, though, if you were to pursue this and push it further. Let me see. What's the potential here? What's the advice? 9 of coins. Yeah, there's potential. You're going to have to be very patient and play your cards right. So on an energetic level, just if you can figure out how to balance and maintain your energy, here's the hard part though. Sometimes whenever we feel a connection like that, it's really, really hard to not like go forward with really intense energy. And I'm talking energy. I'm not just talking about your behavior and how you're acting. On an energetic level, if your energy is too imbalanced, it could push him away. But if you are able to maintain this connection and stay balanced energetically, Lover's card. Yeah, he could start acknowledging this connection. And the minute he actually starts to acknowledge it, oh yeah, it'll get very, very intense and very, very heavy. But most men use primarily the logical brain. And, you know, if you've been doing that your whole life, that can block out what's going on with you energetically. A lot of men are completely energetically ignorant because they spend too much time with their logical brain. So it would require a little bit of patience. So, all right.
Natalie, how does Capricorn feel about me? And it's a past person who keeps coming back into their life, and she's a Scorpio.
Two of Pentacles. So I think he's probably juggling multiple people. Okay, Page of Cups. Queen of Cups. He wants to make sure that you don't let go of him energetically. He wants to make sure. King of Wands in the reverse is the player. Is the player. So I think he wants to keep you folded up in his back pocket. So that worst case scenario, he always has somebody to come back to. Kind of like, you know, you're just kind of like an option, basically. He's juggling multiple people, though. I think he knows, or at least he knows in his mind. I don't know if this is true or not, but he feels in his mind like you are in love with him, and he wants to keep it that way. Death card, Six of Cups reversed. Okay, let me pull the second spread here. Ten of Wands. So he's still carrying the burden of whatever it was that happened. So he hasn't fully moved on. And he wants to make sure that he keeps hooks, energetic hooks in your heart center. So Judgment. I think, though, that it's really kind of starting to set in that this game isn't going to keep going the way that it's been going at the deepest level, but I don't think he's fully accepted that yet. I don't think so. So, by how does he feel for you? Is he in love with you? No. But he is karmically attached to you. So there is an attachment. It's not a true love connection, but there is an attachment here.
Okay, we have 8 more, and then we're done. Okay. So if you guys are holding on, waiting for your name, we're getting close to the end. And we are sold out now. So no more coming in. Okay. Tatiana?
Tatiana?
Yeah. Is he finally moving out and moving on in 2024? We have been separated since 2021, but are still living in the same place. He knows I don't want to reconcile and don't want to share the same space anymore. We are both Libras. To sum it up, I strongly believe he is a narcissist. Thank you guys. I always watch your videos and also watch you and David. Great talk. Happy and healthy New Year. Thank you. I think David's live right now too. I saw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me and David got big plans in the future. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Yep. I would say you are absolutely dealing with a narcissist. So he's going to try everything he can not to. I'm kind of feeling like, though, that universally you all will probably be kind of forced apart. It'll be very difficult for the two of you to stay in the same space energetically throughout 2024. But with the way his energy looks right here, I think he is trying to hold on for dear life, hoping that he is able to manipulate you into falling back in love with him. Just hoping that him being around will make you not want him to leave. King of Wands. See, I don't have one card that will tell whether or not somebody is a narcissist. It's a mixture of cards. Magician reversed, King of Wands reversed, very narcissistic. So he's going to try not to, but more than likely, I would give it about an 80% chance because energetically, I think that it'll get to a point where the two of you won't even be able to coexist in the same space. So more than likely, yes. Sun card reversed. 3 of Cups reversed. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Temperance. So be patient and hold out on this. I know it's a pain in the ass. I know, but your energetic pathway is being carved out very specifically to set the stage for better things in the future. And everything that you're going through right now is actually going according to plan, believe it or not, from the big spiritual perspective. He's going to try not to. He's going to fight it. He's going to fight it, but the universe is more than likely going to force the two of you apart next year. More than likely. I'd be very surprised if he digs his heels in and prevents that from happening. All right. Everything all right?
Yeah. Somebody sent 2 questions, but we only read 1. But that's fine.
Well, mini readings are 1 question.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Evelyn. I've been with my boyfriend for just about 8 months. Have a feeling that there's something there. Something that he's not telling me. Not being honest about. Per now, I don't have any facts. Just this feeling that is making me anxious. I'm not usually this insecure in a relationship. Just wonder if this is really my sixth sense telling me something is wrong, or just I'm just being paranoid. I'm a Sag and he's a Cancer. Strong connection.
Well, you don't want to spend too much time trying to figure out what it is. But when it feels off, it's off. Something is off. Something. And yes, sometimes you Saggies can tend to be a little bit paranoid. But it doesn't matter. Even if it is just you being paranoid, there's still a vibrational mismatch.
Sagittarians are very intuitive.
World card reversed. Ace of Swords upright. 8 of Cups. So now basically what it is that you are feeling that this isn't going to go on too much longer. And you just know that at the deepest level. Queen of Swords, yeah. You know at the deepest level that it's not going to go on too much longer. And I think that is happening at such a deep intuitive level that your ego analytical thinking brain is trying to figure that out. And the ego brain, once the ego brain gets in and starts trying to figure it out, that's when it all gets fucked up. But at a really deep intuitive level, your intuition is telling you that this is about to wrap up and come to a close. Now, is he being sneaky and hiding something? I guarantee it. But I don't think it's just one thing. with the Seven of Swords here, I just don't think you really fully, truly know who he is generally. So it's not like there's just one thing that he's being dishonest about. He's hiding a whole other aspect of who he is from you and probably everybody else too. Sneaky, sneaky, deceitful little water sign. I'm telling you, sorry, Cancerians. I don't mean to offend anybody, but Cancers are master emotional manipulators. Masters. I even think they beat Pisces. I think so.
No.
Either that or whenever the Pisces got a hold of me, I had already been through it with a couple of different Cancers, and I had already learned how to build that defense mechanism so that it wouldn't work. But
Those are the low vibrational,
yeah, low vibrational.
not high vibrational. Like, we have friends who are like Pisces and Cancers, and you can tell the difference. But
like Tracy, she's the coolest Cancer I've ever met in my life.
yeah.
Three of Wands, Empress. Yeah. With the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands in the reverse, you can feel at the deepest, most intuitive level that your person is somebody else. I'm thinking. So it's not you just being paranoid, but you are overthinking it a little bit. And basically this was planned before you were even born. The soul contract was for the two of you to come together temporarily. And then when you're done doing what you're doing, you will be separated. So you're kind of remembering that initial pre-birth plan, that pre-birth contract for this to be temporary. But your ego brain is trying too hard to remember that and figure it out. And the ego brain can't do that. So you're tripping yourself out a little bit. But yeah, I'd be surprised if you were together next December. I'd be very surprised. All right.
D, it says concerns about a custody issue with my son and his child's mother. He wants the birth certificate corrected in 50-50 time with him. Is the query coming through? Successful outcome for my son and his son in the custody suit.
So those things, you have to look at the life path of the child. Because this is one thing that all of us parents struggle with. I struggle with it as a parent, that our kids, our children are creator God beings just like we are. They mapped out a very specific path that they were going to come into this life and take. And if that path goes against our wishes, as a parent, there's nothing we can do about it at the end of the day. So trust me, I know how hard that is. Because I'm going through that with one of my kids, and it worries the shit out of me. It's fucking terrifying to think of some of the things she could go through. But, you know, there's only so much you can do. And when it all comes down to it and push comes to shove, if their path goes against your wishes, there's nothing you can do about it. But let me just see the life path of the child. Let me see. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Okay.
I like
50-50.
what you would always say. If it's out of your control, it's part of the plan.
Yeah. So the 50-50 equal give and take card did come out. And the Justice card came out. So I would say, yeah. Fool card reverse. And the card of success came out. Okay. There may be a possibility that it could stretch on a little bit longer, though. So there is a very nearby timeline where it doesn't work out immediately. And it could have to go back to court a couple of times. But when it's all said and done, I do think that Six of Pentacles, Justice, Six of Wands is looking pretty good. Big picture, I think it is going to turn out successful. Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, it might be a little bit of a slow process. Six of Pentacles again. Possibility that it could have to go back to court a couple of times because that is a very close by timeline that's running very close parallel to the timeline that he's on right now. Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles though. So, yeah, big picture, I think so, more than likely. About a 90% chance.
All right, next person is Julie. What are my blockages right now? Anything I need to know about my love life? So, is that 2 questions?
What are my blockages?
Anything about her love life?
Seven of Wands reversed. Seven of Cups reversed. Page of Cups. Okay, so there are still some people that you are karmically tied to. At least one person. I don't know who that is, but more than likely, whoever the first person is that pops up in your mind when I say that, you're still karmically tied to somebody from the past. There are lots of major lessons from previous relationships that need to not only be learned, but applied. So what a lot of people do is they end up repeating cycles over and over and over and over because they say they learned the lesson, and in their mind, they very well may have. But whenever they're put in the position to demonstrate that they've learned the lesson, they don't do it. They just do the same thing they did last time, which ends up with a repeat cycle. So I don't think it's so much as learning the lessons, but really truly applying those lessons moving forward. Sometimes people get scared when it comes to doing that because they think they're going to miss out on a good opportunity. You ain't going to miss out on a good opportunity. When the universe decides to deliver you your person, universe going to make that happen. Don't underestimate that. I don't give a damn if your person lives in China. The universe will make sure y'all connect. Promise you that. You ain't going to miss out on that. The universe is not an idiot. Okay? What I always think about, the universe is the life force energy that teaches the spider how to build the perfect web. Think about that. How the hell does a spider just automatically know how to build that perfect web? That's the intelligence of the universe. That same intelligence that teaches the spider how to build the perfect web knows when and how to connect you with the person specifically picked for you. But the biggest blockage right now is karmic ties to the past. And again, more than likely, you're going to have to pass tests. Now, when I say pass tests, that means that if something went wrong a month ago and you're saying, okay, I learned that lesson, be prepared. The universe more than likely going to make you prove it. You learned that lesson? Okay. The universe be like, here, show me. Show me. I'm going to put you in a situation like that again. Show me you learned the lesson. So, yeah, it's just unprocessed energy from the past, and you're going to need to demonstrate the lessons that you've learned.
On to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tanya. I would like to know what is coming to me in love in 2024. Assuming she's single, because...
Gotta look and see what's due. Let's see if there's any karmic contracts due or what is due. Boom, boom, the Strength card. Oh, wow. Okay. 2024 might be centered more around transformation. Because I think the energy of 2024 is going to be more centered around molding you into a vibrational match for your person than anything else. With the World card reversed, there's still some unfinished business from the past. I don't know who you connected with in the past that was incredibly toxic, but there's still some unfinished business and unprocessed energy there. But there's your person. That's your person. So the next person due to come in is your person. Is it going to happen in 2024? It totally depends on where you are energetically and vibrationally. And like I said, by the time you're a frequency match to your actual person, you will be a completely different person. You won't be the same person. And a lot of the things that happen in 2024 are going to play a major role in turning you into that person. At any given time, the person that you are was created by your experiences. There's the Wheel of Fortune reversed again. There's somebody you're still karmically tied to. Hopefully you remember who that is. Hopefully somebody pops into your mind when I say that. If you can think of who I'm talking about, that's a good thing. That means it'll be easier to process through. If you're like, who the hell is he talking about? That means you buried it. And it's going to be very difficult to dig it up and process through it. But yeah, your actual person's due to come in. But don't drive yourself nuts hoping and wishing and waiting for it. Focus on your own growth, your own evolution, and buckling up for the changes that are coming in the next year. And trust that the universe will bring you that person when the time is right. Because if you get out there searching for it, it's really easy to get in your own way.
Okay, Amanda, will I find a new relationship within the next year? And then we only have 2 more after this.
Queen of Pentacles. Six of Wands reversed. Okay, Hierophant. 2 of Cups. All right. Devil card. So yes, the short answer is yes. The hard part is you don't want to put all of your energy into looking for it. I don't have time to break this all down and explain this in this video, but the universe is constantly giving you everything you need so that you can keep doing whatever it is you're currently doing. So if I wake up and I decide, you know what, I'm going to chase a career. A career is going to run from me to give me something to chase. Doesn't mean that you can't catch it. You can, but it's much more difficult. If I'm searching to try to find my life partner, that person is going to hide from me to give me something to search for. So this is the tricky part. If you put too much energy into searching for it, you're coming from a place of lack, emptiness, need, and desperation. So if you are searching for it on the frequency of emptiness, need, and desperation, it'll be really easy for you to attract a person that harmoniously resonates with lack, emptiness, need, and desperation. But the next person due to come in is long-term stable commitment. I don't know if you are interested in having children, but if you are, that could be on the table with the next contract due to come in. But again, balance your energy. Balance your energy, because the vibration that you're on right now is in between 2 frequencies. It's kind of like when you have the radio tuned and it's staticky and you hear both stations coming in at once. That's where you are right now. So you could end up intermingling with people on the old frequency and the people on the new frequency at the same time. So while you're in between frequencies like that, it'd be really easy to end up connecting with a highly toxic individual. So go about this with discernment. And remember, at the end of the day, your vibration is your number 1 priority. And don't go into this with the assumption that a relationship is going to create the vibration that you're looking for. That's humanity's biggest mistake.
All right, Les. Hi, Rich and Wifey. I'm a Sag that has been in a weird energetic space with a Gemini. He reconnected after he ghosted me, but he doesn't give me everything I need. We've become distant and barely speak. While things are off, I really wish we could talk, but Is it worth even fixing? I feel a heavy third party.
Man, so many things. First of all, I would put that on the top 5 most common energetic mismatches that I see in my line of work. Sagittarius and Gemini. That's up there with Aries and Cancer. And yeah, those are opposite energies, first of all. Opposite energies, Sagittarius and Gemini. But also, we don't want to hammer too hard on need. Again, this is humanity's biggest problem. I'm not saying that your partner shouldn't be there to support you, but one of the phrases that has been so normalized that if you put too much focus on it, it can destroy relationships is need. Because need is a lack vibration. Need is a lack vibration. So if you are on the vibration of lack and need, you're going to keep manifesting more lack and need. So be very careful with that energy. Be very careful with that. Let me see if there's a soul contract here. Strength card. Ooh, this is building some character here. Yeah. This is saying that this whole time, yep, that's what I thought. This is a codependency connection. So, yeah, don't look to a relationship to meet your needs. That's very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay. Emptiness and loneliness will only attract a person who resonates with emptiness and loneliness. And if the two of you connect on a vibration of emptiness and loneliness is what manifests between the two of you. So is this person sneaky, deceitful, and keeping secrets? Abso-fucking-lutely, with the moon card there. It's telling me that there have been red flags this whole time that you either ignored on purpose or just didn't see for whatever reason. The two of you were karmic soulmates. And with the karmic wheel in the upright, you've completed your contract successfully. So with a completed karmic contract, there's a 95% chance that if you try to do it again, it will manifest in a repeat cycle. Let me see what else needs to come through here. I'm surprised you're not piping up on some of these.
I'm not listening. I'm trying to get all this put together. Okay. At least we made good time, so you're done at 8, around 8.
Because you know quite a bit about them Sagittarius Gemini connections.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I used to love Gemini, so you taught me what toxicity was.
I feel so guilty when you say that.
I literally would look for Geminis. I'm like, I'm only going to date someone if they're Gemini. I love Geminis. And then you, like, well, it doesn't really matter now what I think about them because we're married, but you know what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Now, so Tower card, World card. When it all comes down to it, from a spiritual perspective, this cycle is complete. So again, nothing is impossible. It is possible to build a life partnership with somebody that you've completed a contract with. That is possible. However, it requires work on both parts, which is why a completed contract reconciling successfully is about like asking Lizzo to run a marathon. Could she? Yeah, she could.
Lizzo. If
she would put forth that work and that effort. What do you think the chances are that Lizzo is going to run a marathon?
Or the 1,000-pound sisters.
Yeah. So, is it possible? It's possible, but the likelihood is very slim.
All right. Anna Maria. Would it be fair to reconcile with father of my child? I am aware I still love, I think this will say I still love him. I think she's a Taurus. It says, I'm aware I still love Taurus. He is Cancer, born July 4th.
Oh, if you're still in love with somebody else?
No, I don't know if that means if she's a Taurus. Hold on. She got one earlier.
It's never wise to get with anybody while you're still in love with somebody else.
Oh, no.
That's dangerous. Is that not what's going on?
Oh, no. Hold on. Remember this one where we only answered the first question? And then she was asking about a Taurus. Remember, she was asking about her job from her previous
Yeah.
reading, and you read for that one.
Yeah.
And then this is the second question. So I refused to be friends to Taurus and told him not to call me or text me. We went through hell together. He did change my life and views a lot. So, okay. Okay. And then so down here, she's saying, would it be fair to reconcile with the father of my child? I'm aware I still love Taurus. He's a Cancer. Okay. So the father's a Cancer, but she still is in love with this Taurus who she no longer speaks to as of November.
It's unwise. That would require a lot of energy work. Now, again, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You could make it happen, but that's very tricky, tedious, dedicated energy work you would have to do. Because while you're still in love with somebody else, it's just very, very unwise to get in a relationship with anybody. Very unwise. But if you know what you're doing energetically, you could pull it off if you really wanted to. King of Cups reversed. So, yeah, not only are you carrying vibrational baggage back into this connection, but so is he. So he still has a lot of trust issues and just issues in general that he's going to be carrying into it. 7 of Cups. So you all would have to work through a fucking mountain of unprocessed, unresolved, and unfinished business and energy. And again, is it possible? Yes. But it's going to be very difficult to work through all that successfully. Would it be fair? I'm not sure what you mean by fair. I personally don't think so. If you're still in love with somebody else, when you're still in love with somebody else, there's not really a point in being in a relationship with anybody. That's when it turns into, it can easily turn into a codependency attachment, where it's kind of like going to the bar and getting drunk because you're very stressed out, where that alcohol is going to temporarily distract you from your stress, but it's not going to solve anything. And if you become dependent on that alcohol as being your only source of stress relief, it's going to eventually end up becoming a big problem. Relationships are no different. So it's really, really easy to fall into that. It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me more times than I can count. Tower card reversed. So also too, here's the other thing that you run the risk of. Again, there's the codependency card here. You also run the risk of, as you are doing the energy work to heal from the Taurus, you are making a complete and total frequency change in which you and your kid's father won't even be a frequency match anymore. That's another risk that you turn. But the strongest possibility right now is, again, this will turn into a codependency attachment, meaning on a deep level, I'm getting into this relationship not out of love, but because I want this relationship to distract me from my void in my heart. And that's when it turns into a codependency attachment. And again, nothing is impossible, but it's very, very likely that that could end up coming to an end again once that energy really bubbles up to the surface and starts manifesting itself and expressing itself between the two of you. So I would lay low for a while and go on a healing journey if I was you. Or if you're feeling ballsy, like, nah, fuck it, I got this, then shit, go for it. Whatever feels right.
That's it.
Bam! 2222, another one in the books.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
We love you.
It's fun. So.
Oh, can I turn on that thing?
What?
Where it does the little thingies?
Oh, yeah, you got to go up here.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I want to do something.
Turn on, yeah.
Heart. Is it going to do it? Yay! Bye, you guys. Do it again. Okay. Bye. Happy New Year. Oh.